All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, OA. Hello, Guppy Force. Welcome back to the house in Fata Morgana. Last time, we finally saw how Morgana introduced herself to Michel. And believe it or not, it was only 2 years before Giselle arrived. Triggered by the painting. Like, Morgana thought Michel was someone like her, but she's wrong, and she's apparently extremely frustrated by that. And yeah, so now Giselle has at last arrived at the mansion. So we're going to essentially see those events of what happened and hopefully beyond, but from Michel's perspective. It looks like we're really heading towards the finale right now. Let's get back into it. And honestly, I really hope we are, because I'm running out of freaking save slots. Oh, God. Following my reconciliation with Giselle, I started turning back into my old self. Well, I suppose that's not quite correct. I felt a comfort and peace with myself that I never had before. That may have been the first time I was really human. Oh my God! This story! Having someone else around began to feel normal. Okay, so they just basically skipped over the whole beginning part where he was mean to Giselle and she ran away and then she came back. Okay. Began to feel normal. It was something I was certain I would never have. It was incredible. Though to someone else, our time together may have seemed frivolous and empty. Our conversations meaningless chatter. I'd never thought the day would come when someone would laugh at something I said. Oh my God. Sure, of course, Zoe, I understand. When someone would smile at the sight of me. However trivial, seeing Giselle's smile made me happy. Oh, darn it. Where'd you get off to? Hello, Marco J. Welcome to the stream. Are you here? Are you in the vase?
What's all this racket? Is something the matter?
Master. Yes, a cat.
Huh? A cat?
Naughty little cat's been sneaking to the cellar the past few days, so I'm trying to catch him. Oh my God, he's gonna get to name the cat! Oh my God. If you happen to come across him, don't let him get away.
Right. And what will you do once you've caught him?
Well, I don't want to punish him. That would be mean. If he insists on coming back, I think I'll take him in and teach him how to be a house cat.
You mean to keep him?
Are you not fond of cats, Master?
I don't mind them, no.
Then there you have it. I hope he doesn't take too long to warm up to us. Oh my God!
Maybe it'll help if you give him a name.
Oh, a name. That's a great idea. What should we call him then? You decide, Master.
You want me to pick a name?
This is your house, after all. So it's only right you would be the one to choose.
I'm not sure I follow that reasoning. What does the cat look like?
Well, he's wild, so he's dirty, I guess. And he's kind of got some spots here and there. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Is he ugly?
I'd say so, yeah.
All right then.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! A little bit of fourth wall breaking there. Oh my god! I wasn't expecting that.
Ugly Speckles Mark II. Radiant mode. Hyper sword activate. What? To Mecca?
That's a name? Why on earth would you want to call something that? And what does Mark II even mean? Some kind of otaku bullshit.
Be quiet!
It's on you if he runs away, Master. Oh my god. Oh jeez. My time with Giselle made a normal person out of me. Made me able to tell stupid jokes. To get frustrated or surprised or exasperated. I started showing actual emotion. Our silly, meaningless banter became something precious. My heart of stone began to soften. The world she created for me was what I had yearned for my whole life. Having lost half of it imprisoned and spent the other half playing an identity that conflicted with how I felt in my heart. It was the first time I genuinely felt like I was allowed to be myself. Yeesh, you're not a kid, so don't be so picky. It's not good for you. You make a mockery of the culinary arts! I've heard quite enough, Master. Sounds like I'm gonna need to put your taste buds through some intense rehabilitation. How about this, Master? Play a game against me. And of course, if you're open to it, it doesn't have to end there. We can continue getting to know each other for years to come. Giselle, though I did my best not to show it, I think that I treasured our time together even more than you did. I latched onto it, desperately refusing to let go. I needed it, and I needed you.
Are you listening, Morganna?
I can hear you just fine, my dear. Now, what brings you all the way up here? You know you can call me from anywhere in the house. That's exactly what I was just thinking. My bonds to this tower have been broken.
This is a conversation we can only have here.
Oh my god, Nana, that is amazing. That is so cool, Nana. Welcome to the stream, by the way.
The place where we first met. It's time for us to part ways. My desires haven't changed since our first encounter. I wish to be a person.
To be a man.
Exactly. When I'm with Giselle, I am that. She makes me into the person I always wanted to be.
And now you wish to be rid of me, so you can complete your descent into the realm of the unclean.
I do.
You came all the way up here just to tell me that. A needless formality. I'm sorry, Michel, but we are kindred spirits, as much as you may wish to deny it. You could be second only to God, yet you spurn his gift.
I am nothing like you. I am a human, nothing more.
I shall not condemn you for your unyielding resolve, but rather pity you for being so utterly blind. Allow me to make a prediction before I depart, Michel, cursed namesake of an archangel. You may think you're making some sort of progress, but the fact of the matter is, you've gone nowhere. Will that smile of Giselle's be able to withstand your secret? You know better than anyone that no one can accept what you are, not even her. You will never be with anyone.
I understand that.
No, Michel, you don't understand. But you will soon enough. What you have now is not true happiness. It's empty, naught but a masquerade. And when the night is over, the masks will come off.
So what if it isn't permanent, isn't real? Does being ephemeral make it worthless? Why can I not want something that doesn't last forever? This is the first time I've ever found joy in life.
Those moments of happiness only serve to worsen the loss. The sweeter the honey, the more you despair when the pot runs dry. Sooner or later, you will return to me, begging for my help. And I have every intention of giving it to you. I will not hold this over you either. For when you come to me, it will be in the time of your utmost despair. God damn it, Morganna! And when your little paradise finally comes crumbling down, you will become what I am. So I will take my leave from your side in anticipation of that day. Until we meet again, my dear, sweet Michel. Oh, God. Oh, hello, Master. I was just looking for you. I heated up some wine and thought you might... Is something the matter? No. No, I'm fine. Thank you. No, it's nothing. All I did was warm it over the fire. Are you sure nothing's the matter? I shouldn't be hearing the witch's voice anymore. So yes, I am fine. Oh! Wow! That's wonderful news, Master. It is. Giselle seemed quite relieved when I informed her that the witch would no longer be bothering me. I knew she didn't believe in the witch, but that wasn't what mattered. What did matter was that despite likely questioning my sanity when I had first told her about it, she hadn't tried to pull away. She treated me the same as before. She never stopped smiling. And that meant so much more than whether or not she believed in the witch. With Morgana's voice no longer constantly in my ears, my life started to feel like some approximation of normal. In fact, I would say I was probably happier than most. Nevertheless, I intended to keep a certain degree of distance between us. For what the witch had said rang truer than I wanted to admit. You will never be with anyone. Having been born into this body, that was my reality, and there was nothing I could do to change it. I had come to accept that, or so I thought. I wasn't going to covet what I couldn't have. But I had gotten a taste of that sweet happiness. I had started to develop a great affection for that smile. And as much as I tried to tell myself I was just getting caught up in the moment, that the feelings would pass in time, I found myself unable to restrain the swelling of emotions within me. Oh my god, best CG! This is my favorite CG so far in the entire game. That day by the fireplace. I thought that all I wanted from you was friendship. To have you in my life, always nearby. I thought that if we were simply friends, I would still be able to see that smile, even if you were to learn what I was. That if we were merely friends, you would be able to accept that. So I would keep these things I felt inside at all costs. You base the charm off that CG. Nah, that is amazing. However, with each passing day, with each gentle smile, my affection for you swelled. It reached the point where, as hard as I tried to keep it contained, all it would take was the slightest nudge for it to come spilling out. And it made me desire what was out of reach. I was convinced I had changed. Because this happiness had become my everyday. I had no right to any such thing, but I came to wish that I could be the center of your life. I yearned for you, and I had wanted you to yearn for me. And like the fool I am, I thought that with you, it might even be possible. However, it's no trouble. I mean it. You just took me by surprise, that's all. I am pleased. It doesn't matter how it turns out. You drew it for me, Master. Whether it's good or bad is irrelevant. I would be happy with anything drawn for me by the man I love. Here we go! That one word set me into motion. For I had long since fallen deeply, utterly in love with you. Oh my God. And there was no escaping that. Listen very carefully. I love you. I love you so much I feel like my heart is going to explode. Oh my God. Nevertheless, there was also no escaping my past. What I was. No, I could never truly be with you. That I could do nothing about this body. I pushed you away. But seeing all the color drain from your face, I knew I had to take that step. I thought that maybe you could change my world. If you really did love me as much as you said. Together, we could change everything. We could walk a new path side by side. And so, I decided to trust my heart. Oh my God! Oh my God, she's so happy! Oh my God! I'm in heaven! I'm so happy I could cry! I too was elated. Giselle, I'm sure you thought I was a kind-hearted man, that my love for you was pure and chaste, and I wanted to be that for you. But beneath the surface lurked indecent desires. Despite saying I didn't want to hurt you, that just having you by my side was enough. My desire bubbled up at the warmth of your skin. I wanted to let that heat take over, to let my hands run free. I could feel it burning inside me. I longed for inches of intimacy, not just emotionally, but physically. I wished I could lay you down on my bed and satisfy those desires. I wanted to make love to you. Unfortunately, that was not possible. I didn't have the ability. No matter how hard I try, my body lacks the capability to be one with you. I can pray, and I can long, and I can wish all I want, but my body will never be what I want it to be. I am gray. Though I have always known my true color, I have no way of becoming it. My heart has always known what I am. But the world refuses to accept it. Every time I claim I'm normal, 5 say I'm an abomination. Would it really have been too much to ask for me to be born normal? To let me be who I truly am? Is that really so much to ask? Things began to change when I learned my father Antonin had passed away. Georges would, I assume, be busy preparing to take his place. And if what he had said was true, then I would be welcomed back to the estate. Hello, David Loman, welcome to the stream. I would no longer be a demon child, but a member of the Bollinger family once more. Deep down, though, I couldn't completely believe it would actually happen. After 11 years in exile, I had no idea how they felt about me anymore. Would they even remember a promise they had made so long ago? Fear that they wouldn't... Fear that they wouldn't... Oh, fear that... Oh, there should be a comma here, I guess. This is the first typo I've seen. Fear that they wouldn't threaten to consume me. But Giselle, as she often seemed to do, put my mind at ease. No matter where I go, you'll be there with me, Michel. It's true. I am nervous not knowing what the future holds. But not in a scared something bad might happen kind of way. It's more of a jittery, excited anxiousness. I'm confident the two of us can overcome anything, no matter what obstacles may come our way. Together, we can create an even more wonderful future. Could I believe her? Could I have faith in her wonderful future? that she would always be there with me. That she would return to the estate and finally move on with our lives. That together we could create a future. No, that wasn't a question. I wanted to have faith. I wanted to believe as much as she did. I wanted to believe that even if I was gray, I could have a normal life together with her. She had rescued me from the depths of hell. And now I wanted to make her happy. Like, I don't know what happened at the Bollinger estate. Like, for all we know, George died of a disease and Amy became the head of the house or something. I have no idea. But they didn't act like George was dead, like George's, I mean. So I'm going to assume he was still alive. We may never know what exactly happened with the soldiers after taking that step in our relationship. I made numerous attempts to reveal the truth about what I was. But every time I tried, sharp pain gripped my chest, and my words faded into nothing before they could reach my lips. I knew that if our relationship were to continue, I would have to tell her eventually. But merely imagining her face twisted in disgust nearly crushed me. She was everything to me. And so, as we prepared for our departure, I decided that it was time to make some changes. It was time for me to break out of my rut. And what happened next depended largely on whether Mother and my brothers were willing to accept me as a man. The course my future took was in their hands. Fucking hell. In their hearts. If they couldn't accept me, then I couldn't return home. I prayed from the bottom of my heart that things would turn out for the best. That my family would accept me for who I was, and that they would accept what I had with Giselle. I decided I would tell Giselle everything after I received their responses. And I hoped dearly that she would join me wherever I ended up. I couldn't provide Giselle the same kind of happiness a normal man could. The music stopped. But if she and my family accepted me, I would do anything I could to build a happy family with her, in my own way. And so, I sat down to write. Dear Mother, there is something I wish to tell you. Something that means a great deal to me. So I ask of you, please hear me out. And I ask of you, please accept it. Mother, I no longer bear any resentment for my present lot in life. Nevertheless, I would ask of you to concede one thing, that I was never cursed, that I was always your son, that I am Michel, not Michel. I have found someone whom I care for dearly,
a woman, and I love her with all my heart. I would like to spend the rest of my life with her. I do not wish for much. Simply to have a quiet life with her. To go through our days together, man and woman. That is the one thing I want. Mother. I know you're aware that my body is no longer female. I am a man. My heart is male. And I ask of you to please accept that. I have no grudge with you. In fact, I'm incredibly grateful to you for bringing me into this world. With love, your dearest son.
But rather than a reply, I received a visit from knights ordered to kill me. We may never know what happened. Seriously, Nana and David Loman, exactly. Michel, tell me! Why do you think this is your fault? What is your curse? Your curse. It isn't just the color of your hair and eyes, is it? There's more to it, isn't there? There's something else, isn't there?
Can you hear me? Morganna! Morganna! Please say something! Morganna! Your predictions, they were right. I was a fool, and you can laugh at me all you want. So please, say something.
Death! Death to the unholy one! Death to the heretic! Death to the witch!
Why won't you answer me? Morganna! Why can I not feel you there beside me? You said you would help me when I came for it. Well, here I am, begging for your help. Please, come back to me just this once. I know you're there somewhere. Please, before they break down the door.
Michel, I'm alright. It's okay, Michel. I'm not scared. You're here with me after all. I'm fine. It's all fine. So please hold me until it's all over. Please stay with me.
Michel, my dear, why would you ever believe that fairy tale nonsense? Why would you ever think a wonderful future awaited you? Morganna, here you are now, wretched, pitiful. For that you have my sympathy. I will help you in your time of need. Finally, you speak.
Michel?
I can feel the despair emanating from you. You hate it. It kills you. This is how you're rewarded. For fighting to be yourself. You know exactly who sent those knights, don't you? They rejected you. Rejected what you are.
You know, Morgana, because it's you saying it, I am now confident that that's not what happened. Hey, Michel? Are you alright?
Your family, unable to accept your body and heart, branded you a heretic and turned you over to the church. Yes, They did.
And did you hear what the knights were saying? They've even accused you of being a witch. Taken my sins and placed them on you. Come back to me, Michel! You hate them, don't you? You want to curse them, don't you? You want to kill them, don't you? I shall grant you that wish. Out of your hatred and despair, I shall make my own wish. And that wish shall become a curse upon your family's wicked souls! Really?
You'll grant my wish then, Morgana.
Yes, absolutely. Tell me what it is you want, my poor little darling. Michel! Let your contempt flow free. Give me the names of those you want cursed!
I want you to protect her.
Really?
If they find her, she could be accused of abetting a witch and executed as well. So please, use your power to keep her safe.
You said
You would grant my wish, did you not?
that was not the wish I was hoping for. My God, how pure-hearted can one man be? It's almost sickening.
I know, but that's the wish I want you to grant. Morgana!
Then offer me something in return. Such a disappointing wish will require a sacrifice. Step beyond that door, my dear, and witness ultimate despair.
That was my plan anyway. So long as I am considered a heretic and marked for death, my being alive puts Giselle in danger.
Indeed it does. Yet here you are, shaking like a scared little child.
Of course I'm scared. There isn't a single person who doesn't fear death. Please, keep her safe. You're the only one who can help me, Morgana.
You have my word. From this moment, I vow to protect her life.
Thank you.
Giselle. Please hear me out, Giselle.
I never thought anything good would become of my life. I never thought I would find anyone who truly understood me, who would be happy to have my love. And for that, I hated the world. I was in constant torment, living in the shadows. But then, a single ray of light shone down upon me.
Michel.
You, Giselle. You delivered me from the darkness. I'm scared, Giselle. I'm terrified. I used to think that my life was meaningless, that it didn't matter if I lived or died. But now I can't stop shaking.
That's perfectly normal. I'm scared to death too, but
what scares me the most is losing you.
Michel!
So please, allow me to repay you. I said I would do anything for you, so let me do this! I haven't given you anything. I haven't done anything for you. So give me one final chance!
Michel!
What are you doing?
Get back in here, Michel!
What? Why? The door!
I can't open it! Michel! Michel, what did you do to the door? Come on, get back in here!
I guess you really can perform miracles, Morgana.
I don't want to lose you either!
I know that by doing this, I will bring you pain, Giselle. But I can't make you happy, no matter how hard I try. And I realize that now.
Say something, Michel! You're out there, aren't you? Please, please don't do anything rash! They're gonna kill you if you're out there!
Giselle, the witch told me
What?
that she would ensure your safety.
Michel, she isn't real! There is no witch talking to you! It's all in your head! A figment of your imagination created to alleviate your loneliness!
Rest assured, she does not lie.
Michel!
I pray that someday she will be able to get past this, to move on with her life. She needs to know that that's what I want. I have to find the right words. I'm pathetic. My voice is so shaky. Please listen. You are a wonderful woman, Giselle. Spirited, true to yourself, deeply sympathetic. You are not to blame for how difficult your life has been. Most of the fault lies with me, and a little of bad fortune. But that's all behind you now. Once this is over, you can start anew.
What are you talking about?
So, survive. Live a good, fulfilling life. Move past this. Live your life, and always love your family. I know you can do it. That is my wish for you.
No, I don't want that! I want to be with you! No one else but you!
I don't want to let you die!
There it is! Death to the heretic! Death to the heretic! Death to the heretic!
Oh, God.
Get back in here, Michel! Open that goddamn door! If my choices would love to live on without you, I'd rather!
Your scars will heal. You'll find a nice man and have a wonderful family.
Why?
Because you have a good family. You have a mother and a sister who love you. If you were to be executed here with me, you would be marked a heretic as well. And your family would be condemned. I don't want anyone else to suffer that kind of disgrace. But I can't tell you any of that. Because I don't want you looking into why I am a heretic. So this is where we part ways, Giselle. Thank you, Giselle, for bringing light to my world.
Don't say that!
The year we shared together, and the months since our relationship blossomed, have been the brightest days of my life. But if there is a next life, I hope you don't mind if I pray that we're able to meet again. And this time, that we can find each other once more, in another world, in a body that better suits me.
Michel!
Michel.
The knight said Michel. I thought I was prepared. That I was doing something good, something I could be proud of. That I would give my life for her with the head held high. But it wasn't long before I realized what the witch had meant. What she had warned me about. When she had said ultimate despair waited beyond this door.
It is our holy duty as knights of the church to deliver punishment to the heathen who made a pact with the devil.
Jesus Christ. He was fucking crucified.
You are sentenced to death. Your body to be hanged upon the cross for 3 days and 3 nights, wherein your unholy flesh shall be purified by the fires of heaven. Why? What are you doing here?
I stared up at the night, eyes wide, for the voice from within the helm. Jesus fucking Christ.
What the actual fuck?
TJ.
Belonged to my elder brother.
Why? Fuck you!
You shall now be executed. Do you have any final words?
I knew well enough that Mother was not in her right mind. And while her refusal to accept me had hurt, at the same time I had somewhat expected it. It made sense to me. In her madness, Mother had declared me a heretic and reported me to the church. But DDA.
Men wield swords and fight against dangerous enemies. And they do so to protect the weak, women and children. I'm here to protect you and your mother.
What are you doing here? Why are you pointing your sword at me? Are you smiling behind that cold steel helm, frowning, or staring expressionlessly?
As though your transformation was too much for Mother and Father to accept. With enough time, everything will go back to the way it was before. Just like it did for myself and Georges. None of this is your fault. It was all unfortunate timing.
What the fuck, DDA?
You said it would all go back to normal eventually. Can I trust that even if the whole world says I'm cursed, that you'll always be on my side? That you'll always be my brothers? Can I put my trust in you once more? DDA! Georges!
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
You absolutely can, Michel. I swear to God on high.
Fuck you!
Did your vow have any meaning at all? I spent years in this dark house, waiting, believing you would come through for me. So why? Why are you standing there, a half-dozen knights at your back, saying I am to be executed? Why? DDA. Do not cry. Don't you dare cry, Michel. You're standing here in front of this door as a man protecting the women he loves. So you mustn't cry. Who is it you're sentencing to death? Michel Bollinger? Fuck you. Fuck you!
A demon child, naturally. Or witch, perhaps.
But why? If I'm not an angel sent from heaven, or a demon child, then what am I? What on earth am I?
What are you?
You're a Bollinger.
Fuck you, DDA! Fuck you! You are the worst!
You're family. And that's all there is to it.
I thought we were brothers.
What the actual fuck?
Our familial bonds have long since been severed, cursed witch.
Now I see, Giselle. This world never had a place for me. I was never welcome here.
Kill him!
So many blades pierced my flesh. DDA's sword in my chest, lances in my arms and shoulders, arrows in both of my legs. I could hardly even tell what hurt anymore. But the pain from within was so much clearer. My heart cracked audibly before shattering completely. Don't cry. Do not cry. Tears will only make me more pitiful. So don't you cry, Michel. Don't cry.
I believed in you. Dear.
DDA, when I was younger, I idolized you. Those broad shoulders, muscular arms, gentle eyes. Everything you said. Your simple but pure desire to become a knight. I thought that if I could be like you, then I could be proud of who I was. Though that may have faded somewhat after being locked away for so long, my adoration for you never went away. I thought you, of everyone, would accept me for who I am. And I thought you would celebrate my relationship with Giselle. That you would put those big hands on my shoulders, a smile on your face, and say, I'm happy for you. That you would welcome her into the family. That we could go on outings together on cloudy days. And maybe she could make something for us. She's a pretty good cook after all. Georges would rifle through the basket before lunch. And DDA would scold him. I would be there watching, a proud smile on my face. As unlikely, as out of reach I knew it was, I still dreamed of a life like that. I had the faintest hope that when we saw each other again, that dream might come true. DDA. I put my faith in you. Jesus Christ. Hey, G-chan. Oh my God. And here we are. Full circle. You came in at a very interesting time. And so, my life came to an end. But that wasn't the end of the story. I don't know if what comes next could be called my story, but memories of these events linger in my soul. After being pierced by DDA's blade, I found myself looking down upon my own corpse. How could I have ever imagined that I would be made to witness my own misery even in death? I watched as my eldest brother dragged me to the place of my crucifixion, and my soul, evidently still bound to my flesh, was dragged along with it against my will down to the nearby village. The knights have returned from their holy quest. Oh, how we have awaited your arrival. How glorious it is to see you. Waiting for us there was a cluster of villagers. A large cross lay on the ground in the center of the square. Holding torches, they formed a crowd around the knights, several of them familiar faces. The men who had come to ransack the mansion were standing there, staring at my body in awe.
Ah, the Lord's judgment had been delivered unto the witch of the cursed mansion by his holy servants. No longer shall we live in fear of the curse befalling us. Eternal peace is assured. We have assembled all the tools you need to execute your divine mission. A cross befitting of such a heinous sinner. That witch threatened to curse us, seal it our pure ears with its blasphemy.
I had done no such thing. I hadn't cursed anyone. I had merely been defending myself. They had been armed and outnumbered me, so I had said what was necessary to chase them off.
Our poor harvest and our suffering at the hands of the greedy Lord were all the work of the witch.
Why then? Were they acting like I was at fault? Why was I the sinner, and why did I need to be judged? My soul trembled at the overwhelming fervor consuming the crowd. Their zealous desire to see judgment cast. So I prayed. I asked God to grant me the smallest of miracles, to let my voice reach my brother who carried my body.
Please, don't do this, GTA. Please hear my voice. You know me better than that. You know I've done nothing wrong. Those men smirking at the sight of my body, they're the ones putting the blame for their sins on me. Please tell me you, at least, don't think I did these things. Don't put me on that cross. If it was Mother who sold me out to the church, then surely you can give me a respectable burial. The nails and the rope for the crucifixion are here. We would have you, O Knight, deliver the Lord's judgment unto this vile witch. Did you? Why do you say nothing? Why do you accept the tools this man presents you? Tools meant to punish me? Tell me, did you?
Crucifixion! Crucify it! Oh God, crucify the witch! Oh God. My brother lowered my corpse to the ground and began removing my clothing. And in that very moment, I realized the purpose of hanging someone from a cross. Overwhelmed by hopelessness, tears streamed down from my face.
Please, anything but that. I'm begging you. Don't expose me to these people. Don't expose my body, DDA! I'm begging you! Don't do it!
But of course, my voice had no way of reaching him, and he proceeded to remove my clothing, piece by piece, until I was left fully nude. For a brief moment, an unpleasant silence spread through the crowd. The erratic cackling of their torches was the only sound that could be heard in the square. And then, with a mocking laugh, one man spoke.
Ah, so there it is. The devilish creature. Don't look at me, please! Look away! I'll just get it over with and burn me now! Burn my body, please!
One simple thing was all I was missing. I had a frame like a man. I lacked breasts of a woman. My heart was male. I was in love with a woman.
You sold your soul to the devil, and this is what you became. This frightful, reprehensible creature. To dare defile the sacred body God blessed you with.
Was that what people really thought of me? Was there no way to make them understand? Could they not possibly imagine how miserable it was to live in a body that didn't fit the shape of your soul? Was there no way to get through to them even the slightest bit, that all I wanted was to be what I felt I was? Was that really so heinous a crime?
Please, DDA, stop this! Don't humiliate me any further! Please, just let me depart this world in peace! Carry my body away from this place! That's all I ask! And if you can't do that, then at least burn me instead! DDA! DDA!
He then placed my body upon the cross, bound my arms together at the wrist with rope, and then drove a nail through my palms. I couldn't look away. I tried to close my eyes, but I couldn't. My vision remained perfectly clear despite the constant stream of tears. When he was finished attaching my body to the cross, he and several other knights lifted it off the ground, planting it in the center of the village square. The villagers showered the knights with their praise and gratitude. Not for lack of trying, I was unable to get away from the cross. My soul was trapped there along with my body. DA didn't say a word the entire time. After a full day hanging there, grotesque blackish splotches began appearing on my lower body. Everyone who saw it grimaced in disgust. The knights, DDA included, had long since taken their leave, leaving my soul behind, curled up at the base of the cross. A constant stream of tears ran down my face. Despite all my prayers, I remained bound to that place, left to rot on the cross with my body. Passers-by threw rocks or spat on me. Children laughed. A mother warned her daughter to always obey God's teachings. By 48 hours, black-feathered birds and maggots had appeared to devour my rotting flesh. I couldn't imagine any less pleasant a sight than my own body decaying in the sunlight. Exposed for all to see. A group of children assembled in the square not far from the cross, and soon after, a competition began to see who could take down the evil witch. They gathered all the rocks they could find and started throwing them at my corpse as hard as they could. The stones ripped through my decomposing flesh, exposing bits of bone. Eventually, they settled on a winner, the one who had torn off the most flesh, and went on their way. And when they were gone, the birds flocked in to take their place. The third day and night came and went, and at sunrise on the fourth day I received a visitor.
Watch your step, madam. Crucifix is this way.
I bet that's his mom. After everything I had been through, I thought nothing more could possibly affect me. I had sunk as far down into the abyss as I could go. It gets worse! However... Yep.
Mother!
I knew it was her instantly. She was older and bonier than I remembered. She had bags under her eyes so dark they looked like bruises. Her once lustrous blonde hair had faded almost white, but I always recognized my own mother.
What are you doing here, Mother?
Father. In the 13 years since I had last heard Mother's voice, it had grown raspy and weak. But there were still distinct traces in it of the woman who had raised me, who stayed at my bedside when I was sick. Though I lacked a physical body, I still felt a deep, piercing chill at the sound of her voice.
Father, this is not my daughter. I did not birth this accursed thing. No. I am her victim. For years I suffered at the hands of this witch.
Oh God, fuck you!
She stole my daughter away from me, tormenting me, endlessly tormenting me, trying to ruin me.
Fucking hell!
A demon. You're a demon.
Mother!
I despise you, you foul, hellish monster!
I loved you.
You took everything from me.
I could never bring myself to hate my birth, Mother.
I feel nothing but revulsion for you.
I loved you.
An eternity in the fires of hell would be too good for you.
I often disagreed with the things you said and did. But I still remember the feeling of your hand in mine. as I lay sick in bed.
I have absolutely no relation to this demon.
I kept writing you letters, kept pretending to be a girl for you, because I didn't want to hurt you.
This is not my daughter!
I couldn't stand doing it. Whenever I sat down to write one, I came out a horrible wreck, even worse off than before. But even so,
Send this monster straight to hell!
I didn't want to break you, Mother. I didn't want to push you any further off the edge.
Quickly, set me free of this accursed thing.
Oh God.
But I suppose I still did end up breaking you.
Please be at ease, madam. The Lord has heard your prayers. He wants you to cast the demon into the cleansing fires. He wants you to show him that, as you say, you have no relation to this unholy thrall.
Gladly, gladly. I'll gladly send this vile creature to the deepest pits of hell with my own 2 hands.
Her eyes swirling with every hateful emotion imaginable, Mother took the torch from the priest and tossed it into the pile of straw spread around the base of the cross. The flame cackled as it spread upward, consuming my body and filling the square with the putrid stench of burning flesh. Through the cloud of smoke, I could see a faint smile on Mother's lips.
Mother, I'm so sorry. You had to give birth to me.
When the inferno had devoured everything, and the cross itself came crumbling down, my soul was finally released from that place. Or rather, I suppose it more shattered. The things I saw, the things I was made to watch, were harrowing. Morgana had been right. The anguish that came after knowing happiness was much greater than anything I had felt before. It eroded my spirit, drained me of the willpower to bear the sight of the world after death. But rather than give it into hatred like Morgana had, I despaired of myself. I didn't curse or bear a grudge against anyone. I prayed for my own extinguishment. My soul began to crumble, neither ascending to heaven nor falling to hell, but fading into darkness everlasting. My fingers were the first to go, then my eyes, and then my mouth. All sound vanished into nothingness. My beating heart and all the emotions that had once taken root within it scattered like leaves upon the wind. My soul completely, wholly decomposed. I couldn't stand to allow my soul to return to the living world, no matter what it might take residence in. Some length of time later, I began to hear a sound, muffled and indistinct. No longer human in form, I had no ears to speak of. But the sound gradually increased in volume. It was a voice. Where are you, Michel? What are you doing? I'm still praying. I'm still wishing for you to appear before me. Forever and ever and ever. And ever and ever and ever and ever. I've been praying for so long I don't even know how long it's been. Before you left, you said you were going to pray too. You said you hope we can meet again in another life. I am not misremembering, am I? Michel, come back to me soon. As if drawn in by the sound of that voice, bit by bit, I began regaining some of what I had lost. But it took an incredibly long time. My body and soul had been ground to dust. I had rejected myself, scattered it into the void. It would take several lifetimes to find and reassemble all those pieces. Michel, all I can remember about you is your name, your glassy white skin, your fiery red eyes, and your snow-colored hair. Nothing else. I had thought my mind, my body, my spirit, and my heart had all been eradicated. But every time I heard that voice, I thought I must return. Well, thought is perhaps inaccurate. It was not so much a conscious idea as an instinctive force. The voice slowly buried the overwhelming pain I had suffered in both life and death. I began to search for the source of that quiet, constant whispering, echoing in the emptiness. Chasing after that tiny fleck of light, the one thing in the world that seemed to desire my presence. Michel, I'm no longer the girl I once was. I built a thick cocoon around myself. A cocoon I can't break free of. My own protective shell is devouring me. I'm waiting for you, Michel. Waiting for you inside my shell. Always waiting. Will you be able to recognize the person I've become? Please, Michel. Get me out of here. At long last, long last, I found the ray of light I sought. And I had an absolute certainty that if I followed it, I would reach the source of the voice. I had to find them. I had to set them free. I desperately had to give them back what they had given to me. And that sense of purpose is what set me back into motion. But the void was so expansive, so endlessly deep, that reaching the end of the trail of light was no easy task. Struggling to follow it to its source bore my barely held together soul thin, until it crumbled apart once more. Again and again I lost myself. I can't account for much of my time chasing after that light. The gaps in memory are large and frequent. Nevertheless, after countless cycles of breaking down and reassembling myself, after hundreds of years of wandering, I finally found my way back to that mansion. And when the two of us had our long-awaited reunion, neither of us were our old selves any longer. In my endeavor to return, I had worn my soul down to almost nothing. I was but a vague shadow, completely devoid of memories. And that was the beginning. Here we go. We met each other anew, lost and broken, devoid of life. The darkness here reminds me of my time in the void. Of the despair that filled my shattered soul as it sunk into the endless abyss. Of the emptiness I felt as my body crumbled and faded into nothing. Yep, we indeed do come full circle. I was worried there for a second. Michel, the poor soul who was named for an angel and born with a curse, made to bear an unfairly cruel fate. I am the only one who sympathizes with you, the only one who understands your pain, the only one willing to help you. I'm sure you're not feeling particularly fond of me right now. Not after I made you relive the past you so desperately wanted to forget. Every moment of that despair. Not after I've revealed your every last secret to the woman you love. But you must face the truth, my dear. You put your life, your very soul, on the line for this woman. And even she would not accept you. That's not true! That's an illusion of yours! But as I have said before, that's the normal response. She's no worse than anyone else for it. You simply aren't something people can accept. You believe that even if your family wouldn't, that even if your dear brothers wouldn't, Giselle would be able to accept you for you. That she alone was different! That she alone was special. That she alone wanted you in her life. That she alone would extend her hand for you. You never doubted that, did you? But Michel, hope exists to be crushed. And the stronger you cling to that hope, the more you have to lose. You can hear that, can't you? Her mocking you, scorning you. I'd say she's a bit more malicious than Beatrice was, but she also uses butterflies, but her butterflies are black. Beatrice's butterflies are gold. Rejecting everything that defines you. The revulsion in her voice. This is the woman you fought so hard to get back. Listen to it, my dear. Focus on her voice. Oh, God. Stop it, Morganna! I know this isn't real!
Stop. Please! I don't want to hear it anymore! Make it stop!
Can you blame her, though? For hundreds of years she waited, trusting you. And you came back to her as a woman, more than once. If you think about it, you betrayed her first.
No! Stop it! No, I didn't!
Tell me, what was it like? How did it feel to be born and live as a woman? You spent your life insisting that you weren't a woman. And yet your soul chose a female body to return in. That's not true! That was Giselle's wish, but she didn't know. Giselle wished that Michel would return in the same body, but she didn't know that his body was like that. And Morganna granted her wish. Y'all are being way too nice to me. All those gaps in your memory were from your lives as the white-haired girl. First, there was the kind, mild-mannered, flaxen-haired boy. You, a woman, and he, a man, were joined in love. And then there was the deranged man-beast. By exposing your female body to him, you were able to temporarily contain his madness. And finally, there was the man obsessed with money and power. You were his wife, ever faithful, waiting patiently for him to remember his love. You put your faith in the wrong person's love. How can you expect her not to be disgusted? She was forced to watch again and again as the man she loved was reborn as a woman and had relations with other men. Would you like to know what you're doing right this moment, Michel? You're crying. Crying as you have done so many times before. Those tears, they wash away your dignity. Would you also like to know how you look right now, Michel? You've reverted to your final moments, both in body and in heart. Take a look at yourself, my dear. Your body, incomplete, only partially male. The wounds, all fresh and raw, pierced by your brother, whom you trusted completely, and the knights whose ranks you dreamed of joining. Even now, your blood still flows from those wounds. They will never heal. Not so long as you remain yourself. It's not pleasant, is it? It hurts quite a bit, doesn't it? I did not inflict those wounds on you, though. They are your own, and no one can erase them. You've lost everything, Michel. Tell me, what do you have left? You were robbed of your pride, your dignity, your life, your identity, your very existence. And the love you thought you still had? Well, she's gone and left you behind, too. And you still refuse to curse anyone. Why do you not take what you deserve from those who stole everything from you? You have every right to vengeance, and I'm offering you the means to have it. There's something you want, Morganna. Curse them, my dear. I cannot curse anyone. You disappoint me, Michel. But if that's what you want, if you won't join me in my hatred, then so be it. I will accept we are not as similar as I once thought. And as much as it pains me to do so, I will release you. Holy shit, damn! There's gotta be some kind of catch to this. I will even wish for your reconstruction into the body you desire. You shall descend into the mortal realm as a human man. Hey Lambda, welcome to the stream. Never to set foot in this cursed mansion again. Imagine it. After waiting for so long, you will finally be able to obtain the body you so desperately seek. Alright, have a good time at work, Chi-chan. Bye. To have a wife and create a happy family of your own. Wouldn't that be just lovely? I'll make that wish for you, my dear. You can have that life. All you have to do is walk out that door. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread what Ji-chan was saying. I thought she had to go to work. Like, I'm stupid. Ji-chan is in my time zone. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh wow, that was a bit of a brain fart for me. Jeez. Oh jeez. It's that easy. Just let go. Let it all go, Michel. I know, Nana. Ji-chan is super fun to talk to. Hi. 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 Fuck it, no! Oh, yeah! Woo! Come on, Giselle! Break free! Don't listen to her! Don't trust anything she says! Don't trust anything she shows you! Michel! You told me you believed in my love, that if I could survive for hundreds of years, it must be real. So don't start doubting it now! Hell yeah! Woo! Open your eyes, Michel, and look at me! Listen to me, please! Listen to the sound of my voice! Michel! Will you listen to what I really think? How I actually feel? I would never, ever push you away. Do you remember what I said, Michel? When you broke through the cocoon, I had built around myself. I said that I would never come to hate you. I still stand by that. My feelings haven't changed in the slightest. It doesn't matter what kind of past you had, or what kind of secrets you kept. I still love you! You accepted me, Michel. I spent hundreds of years trapped in this place, watching as tragedy after tragedy befell its residents. Slowly losing my grip on myself until I'd been twisted so far I could tell them like stories with a cold smile on my face. And despite what I'd become, you still took my hand! You still said you loved me! No matter what horrors you've experienced, I will always and forever take your hand. Michel!
Giselle!
Alright! Hell yeah! Now it's time to kick Morgana's ass! Please have faith in me, Michel. Don't believe what some illusion says. I knew it! Believe me. Believe the real me!
You have it backwards, Giselle. The truth is, I never once doubted you.
What?
I never doubted your love.
Michel!
I despise myself. I hated that I was so weak. I couldn't even bear it being rejected by a phantasm made to look like you. I didn't want you to see me like that. I didn't want you to know I was so weak. To see my past. To see me now. A pitiful, unsightly mess. I couldn't stand the thought of you seeing any of that. If only in your memories. If only for you. I wanted to be gallant. To be a man. I wanted to be the man who never cried. Who never showed weakness. And who died trying to protect you. I didn't want you to know that I was so weak. That I was such a sad, frail person. And not even a real man.
Michel.
I didn't want you to see that. Morgana was telling the truth. I opened the door to our past in order to bring you back. But that wasn't the whole story. I kept details about myself out. Things that would make me look bad. There's no one as shameful and reprehensible as me.
No, Michel. There's no one in the world as admirable as you. You remain true to yourself to the end. No matter how bad things got, day after day you fought all alone. Despite being put through hell. You chose not to curse those responsible. Only once did you ever consider cursing someone. Your father. I remember that day very well. I was too stupid to realize it at the time. But you did that for me. The one time you ever wanted to curse someone was for me. Give yourself a little more credit. You did perhaps come off a bit inscrutable. But deep down you're truer to yourself than anyone. Your motivation's simple and pure. Your heart full of kindness. Know that you're a wonderful, admirable man, Michel. Be proud of who you are.
That doesn't change how much suffering I put you through, Giselle. I was the white-haired girl. The girl in the portrait was me. It was all me. I came back more than once, showing up a woman, then disappearing again, hurting you, completely unaware, pushing you away, leaving nothing but tragedy in my wake. I'll never forgive myself for what I did to you.
Have faith in yourself, Michel. Follow your heart. I know it was a secret you didn't want revealed, but for me, I couldn't be happier to know the truth. Because it shows just how incredibly much you love me. And not only in life, the hundreds of years I spent trapped in this mansion, you spent searching for me. In the vast, empty, hopeless void, you heard my voice. Your love guided you to me. When you had lost everything, your love for me still lived on. Even as it tore you apart, you kept fighting to make it back for me. A few blanks in your memory don't account for how someone so fiercely determined could suddenly become a completely different person. That's true.
But, Giselle, how am I supposed to believe that? How am I supposed to believe that wasn't me? When everything about us is exactly the same.
You are not the white-haired girl, Michel. Have faith in your own heart and the things you stand for. Have faith in your true self, in the person you are, the shape of your soul. You were never the white-haired girl, and you never will be. Remember when you first arrived at the mansion, Michel? I took your hand, and together we watched dozens of different lives play out. Were your memories anywhere among them? It wasn't behind those doors that you found yourself. But in the remnants of the months we shared here. Was the white-haired girl anywhere in your memories? You are Michel. No one else.
But that doesn't change what my body...
I know you, Michel. I know who you are deep down. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I want you to understand that, to know how I feel. That we only shared our love for a month in life. It was enough for me to wait hundreds of years for your return. And you fought with everything you had to make it back to me. To get out of here, to get me out of here. You are the greatest man I had ever known. Oh my God!
Giselle!
How is it? You always manage to see straight through me, Giselle. To give me exactly what I want. That smile, that single ray of light in the endless dark. To say exactly what I've so desperately yearned to hear. The words I've sought for countless years.
Giselle!
I reach out for her, but she began to fade. Oh God, her outline hazy and blending into the surroundings. And all I managed to grab is empty air. I want more than anything to feel her warmth right now, the sensation of her skin against mine, but there's nothing there.
Please, Giselle, don't leave my side again.
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. I'm not going anywhere.
Giselle!
Put your hands on my shoulders. Wrap your arms around me.
I can't. I want you so much, but I can't feel you there at all.
You can, Michel. I promise. Close your eyes. Now reach forward, slowly. You can feel me there, can't you? That's my finger, and that's my hair. Those are my eyes, and here are my lips. Here's my heart, where I keep all the feelings you gave back to me, and my love for you. In body and spirit, I am all yours. Can you sense me here beside you?
I think I can.
Now, hold on and don't let go! You know, it's kind of funny. We're like two awkward kids around each other. Bound together by a love so amazingly powerful. Yet we only ever held hands a few times. And embracing is like some incredible achievement for us. And we're supposed to be full-grown adults. Kiss me, Michel. We never got the chance when we were alive.
Giselle.
Or are you going to tell me to wait again?
Not this time.
Woo! Yes! I feel my way around the emptiness where she is. Her skin white but not pallid. Her slightly flushed cheeks dimpled by her smile. Her lips, which at times call me master and at times call me Michel. Her entire being. This woman who accepted me as a man. Who even in death continued to bring me back from my darkest places. She is my everything. I feel a faint breath against my neck. Somewhere between a sigh and a giggle. I feel her warmth, which I thought I would never know again. The soft touch of her skin. I envision her face before me, where I'm sure she is, with her eyes closed. I wonder now, I'm just thinking, I wonder if the painting was George's. Where I'm sure she is, with her eyes closed. And I press my lips against hers. Woo! Hell yeah! It's a quick, clumsy affair. Just a little peck. Not the kind of kiss two grown adults might be expected to share. But nonetheless, a gentle warmth spreads throughout my body from the place our lips touched. It's a sensation so pleasant, so nice. I can hardly believe it's real. Our surroundings dissolve, and the world takes on a new face. A place of tranquil light, created by Giselle, into which the mansion's darkness slowly seeps. The difference is, now I'm not afraid to step back into it. All it took was that single, irreplaceable moment to change my everything. Though I can't see her there, I can feel her presence right beside me, her heart, and that she too can feel mine. I won't falter anymore. I'm through hesitating, wavering about in fear of my own weakness. I will look to the future. I will believe in myself. Because she believes in me. I'm done carrying the chains I created for myself. I have work to do. No more looking away from my responsibility. As the light dims and darks begin to take over, I hear her voice in my ear. Michel, can I ask you to lend your hand to someone? You've set me free, and now I'd like you to do the same for her. Who is it? This is something I don't think anyone else can do. Only you can rid the mansion of its darkness. That's right, it's time to save Morganna! I'm here with you too. So let's open the final door together! The true final door! We can put an end to all this tragedy. I know we can! Now, off we go, Michel. And do not let go of my hand. Time for the final boss!
Giselle.
Okay, you guys. I think now is the if I go any further, yep, confrontation. Well, you know, it's the same thing in a visual novel format. You know, you still get some kind of battle, and then regardless, at the end, you know, you just save her from her own despair, which is better than killing her, I think. So, that's cool. And I love that Michel and Giselle are finally back together, 100%. Damn, okay, it looks like, Guppy Force, do you think we'll be able to finish in the next one? Do you think we'll be able to finish in the next one? Oh my god. Oh wow, this is actually Michel's voice? Oh no, okay, we won't, okay. Really? Quite a bit? Are you serious? Okay. Damn. This is longer than I thought. Okay. Really? There's a lot left? Giselle literally said this is the final door. Okay. And they said the true final door, too. I can't believe that there's a lot left. Okay. I guess the last door is really long or something. I'm gonna be using all the save slots! Really? Oh my god. Damn, Guppy Force, now I'm kind of worried. Okay. Anyway, next time we will continue with the final door, which is apparently very, very big. Wow, jeez. I would not think. Oh, there's a lot of... Okay, so tomorrow some more Higurashi, and we'll continue with this on Monday. I can't wait. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.